Layering allows for the reproduction of roses with long stems, such as ground cover roses, climbing roses, or, as in this case, a weeping rose. Layering takes place from August until autumn, when the stems are the most flexible. However, layering can also be done as soon as these long stems can in fact actually be lowered to the ground. Here we are going to layer a weeping rose, the Excelsa variety, which can also be grown as a climbing rose. After layering, we will cultivate it as a climbing rose. The unique feature of these flowers is their small cherry red pompons. So now let's move on to layering. I found a relatively flexible branch. I calculate the spot where it will root, approximately with these leaves. I am going to make a small lengthwise cut with my pruning shears at the level of a bud as much as possible. These cuts are on the lower part. Since there are a few more leaves, I will carefully and thoroughly remove them in such a way that no leaves will rot later. I gently and carefully press the branch with great attention to avoid damaging it. Even if there was a small fracture, it wouldn't be a big deal. It would root at the site of the fracture as long as the two stems remain connected. There we go. Now my stem is just pressed into my pot. I add some potting soil on top. An all-purpose potting soil, done. A stake to straighten the stem and support it, that I will carefully tie along this very delicate stem. There, my layering is finished. If it is very dry, water generously the first time. If it is autumn and you are in a rainy period, you simply leave it as is and detach the branch. So when I say detach, it's at least 6 months after layering, giving enough time for some roots to form at the stem. You detach your layered plant, cut it with pruning shears, and you can replant it in the ground, in a container, or even exchange it at a plant swap.